Let's get into this one right here. Anthony Edwards gets ejected from the Lakers game because he knew he couldn't carry the burden of expectations to be this so-called next fake Michael Jordan. So I didn't get to see the whole game, but apparently Anthony Edwards gets ejected in a crazy manner. Check it out. This guy is driving to the hoop, actually pushes the opponent, literally pushes the opponent, and then slips. As he slips, he's screaming, "Hey!" But nothing is called. And I think, they ran up and they tried to grab the ball, the Lakers did, and I think it turned into a jump ball, if I ain't mistaken. So I don't know why he gets mad. He says something else to the ref, and that's it. They tee him up. He's gone. Why he even had got the first technical, I don't know. But this dude is crying all the damn time now when he goes to the hoop. Now, in defense of him, which isn't really a defense, why isn't LeBron James getting teed up every single game for cussing out refs? Literally cussing them out. Chasing them up and down the court, talking cash-ish to the referee. And this guy thrown out. This guy don't even get a technical. So how do you expect for the rest of the NBA players to behave if LeBron James never, ever gets technicals? LeBron James should have been thrown out of, I don't know, maybe 6 games a season. This guy should have so many technicals, he shouldn't even be playing in playoff games or regular season games or whatever like that. But nevertheless, you got to be your own man. And Anthony Edwards, what he knew was he couldn't carry that team to a victory. And it wasn't, I think they were getting beat by like 15. Percentage-wise, up until that point, he wasn't having a bad shooting night. But look, it's just hilarious. This guy pushed off the damn defender while he was going to the hole. And then he slipped. I mean, this is straight karma right here. Pushes off. I mean, these guys are so weak, man. In this soft, weak era, you can't even play defense, and they're still pushing, punching, kicking, all this stuff to get a shot. These guys can't even just drive to the basket and raise up and shoot it when they can't, get a layup or something like that. That's why we used to say, don't ever compare any of these buffoons to these all-time great players that could do these type of things, like Michael Jordan, Jerry West, Kobe Bryant, Tracy McGrady, AI. These type of players that could drive to the basket, stop on a dime, and shoot the ball. These guys can't do that, folks. And there's no defense, and they still can't do it. Why? I don't know. They talking about, the game done evolved, and all this stupid stuff that they talk about. So, Anthony Edwards, this dude is a clown. He knew he wasn't going to win that game. So he gets himself ejected. I mean, I just don't know about this guy no more, man. I mean, I think he had, I really can't judge him on a lot of stuff because he didn't play the entire third quarter, entire fourth quarter. So I was about to say he only had one foul, but, I mean, no steals. I don't think he had any blocks, but, I can't, from what I looked at, but, like I said, I can't judge him on some of this stuff because, he didn't play the entire game. And even though I think he shot 50% from the field, I think he shot an okay percentage from the three. But like I said, he didn't play the entire game for us to find out, what he was going to shoot. Up until that point where he got ejected, it looked like he was having a pretty decent game. But, it's just, I can't get behind this guy, man. He's such a, either you are or you're not, man. You can't always be this next or this, Anthony Edwards is just young, man. They promote this guy like he's this primetime great player. And then the next thing you know, they're saying, wait till Anthony Edwards get older. All this nonsense they always talk about, man. I think this is year 5. What are we talking about? This is year 5 for this guy. And like I said, he's shooting like 44% from the field. This is horrific. So to me, what I think what's going to happen with this Luka and LeBron thing, we really don't know what's going to happen, because we don't know if the refs are going to help out the Lakers in the playoffs. We can see them creeping up now. They're steady creeping up, and I think they're going to have a chance to get up to 3 or 4 before the season is over easily, because their schedule is trash. And these names on paper, they're just not the same anymore. When we look at some of these names that are in the you look at Denver Nuggets. I mean, I guess whatever like that, but I think the Lakers, they have a chance to jump in front of the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets just got beat last night by the Bucks. It's a joke, folks. This NBA is just a joke. Whose threes are going down? That's all it's really about. Who's hitting the threes and all this crazy stuff? It ain't about nothing else, man. Whose shots are going down? That's about it, man. We all know Greek Freak. He ain't no big 3-point shooter. Dame can put some threes up. Who else on that Milwaukee team is a great 3-point shooter? I mean, come on, man. Bobby Portis, come on now. So to me, I don't think many of these guys are real good 3-point shooters. A lot of them, they're just about, they're just shooting a lot of damn threes. That's it. So yeah, no telling where the Lakers have a chance to creep up at. Because the schedule is whack. You just can't even imagine the West being this whack when you look at these names on paper. You're like, oh yeah, that's Denver. Oh yeah, that's the Clippers. Oh, that's such and such. You know what I'm saying? You can let me tell you this real quick. Whatever comes out of it, I think LeBron James, he's finished after this year. Either he's finished playing, or he'll go to another team. I think he got Luka over there, and that's something he needed to do for the Lakers. Basically, paying this guy off all this money, which I don't think they make this kind of money, but but paying him more money than what he's worth for all these years. And he was able to trade off his buddy, Anthony Davis. And they all knew this thing was coming, man. Everybody knew this thing was coming. Luka was faking an injury, sitting out hurt. All this stuff, man. It was all staged and stuff like that. Everybody involved, they knew what was going on. And now, you got this whole Nico Harris thing. It's like a soap opera. Now ESPN is running this thing as a soap opera. Oh, Nico Harris is, he looks dumb. He looks confused. He looks this and that for trading Luka, and look how Luka's doing. And like, they haven't did nothing. What have they done? What did they do? So you guys got to understand how this NBA is being ran, especially since LeBron James went to Miami. It's being ran off of like a soap opera, stuff like that. It's being ran off of soap opera. That's it. And basically staged. Everybody has to play their role. Like I said, LeBron James can come down the lane, stiff arming people with elbows, straight arms, all this stuff, and never gets called for an offensive foul. And you can never get up and just cold knock this dude out, right? Like a man would. Like we were talking about yesterday. In the 80s and 90s, they would have knocked this dude slap the hell out. They would not have waited for foul? Yeah, I'm going to give you a reason to call foul on me. I'm knocking this dude out. That would be that would be the proper etiquette back then. So dudes don't even do it. Dude was sitting on the ground screaming. I think it was the Mavs game after LeBron James kicked him in the nuts. When LeBron James found out that he couldn't make the shot, he didn't kick the guy in the nuts. Almost like in midair. It's almost like this is what you're going to get because better not to challenge me. And we talked about this yesterday. This is like a high schooler, maybe a senior, going against elementary school kids at the playground, folks. Maybe, okay, let's say 4th grader. A senior in high school going against 4th graders at the playground. But the thing is, this senior still has to cheat just to beat these guys. Still has to cheat to beat these guys, to beat 4th graders. So, we'll go back to the Nico Harris thing. I think that's his name, the guy that traded. What did he pop up as? All of a sudden, he's this famous guy. Nobody even knows this guy's name. All of a sudden, he's famous and he's in the headlines all of a sudden and all this stuff. And, of course, he's zesty as hell. Of course, that's why they're putting him out there, because he's a big zest fest. So, yeah, it's the Nico Harris show now. So it's just about entertainment now. It's just about entertainment. ESPN can't sell basketball based on on-court play. So now they have to sell the NBA, like I said before, 95% soap opera. That's how they have to sell the NBA. because these guys just aren't good like that, folks. They're not. What was I going to say about Nico Harris? I was going to say something else. But yeah, this is part of the soap opera now. Like, this guy gets all this shine, all this play for, doing something wrong, which was, no, he didn't do nothing wrong. That was in the script. That was in the script, folks, for him to trade Luka to the Lakers. That's it. That's it. LA, big name with LeBron James, sell a whole bunch of merch. Hey, that was already in there. Don't act like it wasn't, folks. That was already in the script. It was already in the script. So, whatever happens this year, whether they fail or not, they already got Luka over there for these coming years, which we can see now. Luka's averages are going to go down until LeBron James leaves. But I think they got something in the works for him to leave, because you can't keep having them play together. It's not going to work out. Both of their averages are going to go down. LeBron James, folks, this might be the end of basketball as we know it, because the NBA might beg this guy to play until he's 50 years old. That's the sad reality of it is. If you think LeBron James is out there playing because he wants to play, no, folks. He's got to fulfill his contract with the NBA for basically making this guy a top 2 player. Made this guy a top 2 player with basically no offensive skills. Can't shoot the three, can't shoot the midi, can't shoot free throws, can't give you no paint work. A bad defender. This guy has been, since he came to the Lakers, he's just been sitting in corners, don't play defense, chewing on his nails, complaining, all this stuff for 5 years. Well, 6 years. 6 years this guy's been doing this. And the league gives him no technicals. He gets no heat for this. Nothing. So what I'm trying to say is, he's part of the script that owes the NBA, so he has to keep. I gotta ask, who's going to be the soap opera so people can make money on their YouTube channels once he retires? No, nobody's gonna. Let me try to tell you what. When this guy retired, if he retired tomorrow, everybody on YouTube that's monetized is going to be losing a lot of money, folks. A lot of money. Because let me tell you something, Joker ain't moving your money needle. SGA, Luka, whoever's in the NBA right now ain't gonna move their monetized money needle. It ain't happening, folks. So when LeBron James retires, it's gonna be a lot of money lost. And remember, not only that, the only thing that's keeping the NBA alive is what? I bet you can't guess. And you should know, it's right in front of your face every day. I'll give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 4, 5. Social media. Social media is the only thing that's keeping the NBA alive. Nobody watches this trash. There's nothing to watch. Go watch a game. It's the most boring. You don't even have to watch these games, and you can wake up and look at a box score and figure out what happened. You know why? Because they do the same thing all game. 4 guys sitting at the 3-point line, and 1 guy may be in the middle sometimes, and that's it. So one dude is trying to drive the lane from the 3-point line and so-called break down the defense. What defense? There's no defense in there to break down. But like I said, 1 guy will try to drive the lane, so a 3-point guy will collapse and try to get that guy that's driving the lane, and then if he can't drive and lay it up, whatever, he'll kick it out to the open 3-point guy. Now the open 3-point guy is going to say, am I going to shoot this or what? Because now another defender is coming off his guy at the 3-point line. So again, he's saying, am I going to shoot this, or I'm going to now throw it to the other 3-point guy that's open? If he shoots it, he shoots it. If he throws it to the other 3-point guy now, because another defender is coming off his 3-point, it's the silliest thing you ever seen. It's the weakest, softest, no fundamentals having. It's embarrassing, man, for them to even call this thing basketball. And like I said, the only reason why they call it basketball is because they have a basketball in their hands. Other than that, what would John Wooden say about this? This will be. What would John Wooden say about this? What would Red Auerbach? What would he say? I would have to ask Bobby Knight. Did Bobby Knight pass away? Did he? I forget. That's pretty sad. I don't remember him passing. Did he pass away? Man, I would have to look that up. I'm gonna look it up in a minute. I thought he did, but remember he said he wanted to be buried upside down so the critics could kiss his ass or something like that. I don't remember him. Did he pass away? So many celebrities done died in these past like 5 years. It's nuts in the 2020s. And why it's so alarming? Because celebrities have always passed away. But what's so crazy about it? They're not replacing celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Like Hollywood stars and movie actresses and singers, whatever field it was in, R&B, country, soul, blues, whatever. They're not replacing these people. And what I'm trying to say, they haven't replaced. Goodness, they haven't replaced these people. When we was coming up, it was always the next Bobby Brown, always the next Whitney Houston, always the next Patti LaBelle, the next Dolly Parton, the next Burt Reynolds, the next Mariah Carey, next I think I'm trying to tell you guys, it stopped in the 2000s. All that stopped in the 2000s. It was over. When we got to the 2010s, it was no longer any kind of next, and we saw everything kind of change. Movies, music, sports. It was basically over. It was basically over. So what I'm trying to say is, that's why it's so crazy to see these these celebrities pass away, because we know it's no next out there. Nobody else got plugged in to be the next great. Hollywood stopped. We can see the NBA stopped. Music stopped. Music, I don't know what's more sad, the NBA or music. I definitely would say music. Music is the saddest thing you ever seen, man. It's just, I don't see how these kids feel like, I never felt like I was cheated growing up. When I listened to music, when I was growing up, I was like, man, this got to be like the damn height of music. And, I grew up as a kid in the 80s, a kid, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and in the 90s, I was close in my teens and stuff like that. But, I grew up in those type of eras, but, I never felt like I was cheated in music and stuff like that. But because always looked at music like it was just carrying on the greatness from the past era. But when we got to the 2010s, I was like, what the fuck is that? What is this? What you gotta be kidding me. You dudes ain't carrying on no greatness from the 2000s. Dudes weren't doing none of this stuff and sounding nothing like this in the 2000s. And even though, maybe the 90s or the 2000s wasn't exactly my parents' era, especially the 2000s, we still kept it funky though. You know what I'm saying? we still kept it funky in the 2000s. We still had that real good harmony, groove and all that stuff in the music. It was still there. When we got to the 2010s, it was like, dude, what the hell is this? Why are you sounding like a robot? Why are you singing and mumbling and what is this? Oh, so you're not a good artist. So you got to try to be funny and make up some new style stuff without harmony, because you can't put no harmony in great beats to the trash you're trying to put out. You're just not talented. And I just woke up one day and I'm like, Drake is the new leader in rap. He's the face of rap now, face of hip hop, whatever you want to say. What? Adele is the new soul singer. What? Bruno Mars is the new R&B singer. Folks, these are like gimmicks and one-hit wonders in black music. If these people was to come out in the 90s, the 80s, this is what it would be. But these guys wouldn't run black music. That's why black people now, they're trying to like cheer on Kendrick Lamar for letting Drake run hip hop for over a damn decade. Where were you at when this dude was running hip hop and changing the style of rap music for a decade to do singing? All you dudes that listen to Drake, all you dudes that listen to sing rap are fruity to me. All you dudes. Let me say it again. every dude that listened to sing rap that Drake brought to the table, Game didn't bring it to the table, 50 didn't bring it to the table. Don't tell me about Ja Rule. Ja Rule wasn't singing no whole damn songs. This dude was harmonizing hooks. Nelly wasn't singing whole songs. No dudes that I know was singing entire damn songs like that. It changed hip hop to where if you made music now, you had to sing and mumble rap and do all this crazy stuff. So all these dudes fruity. I hear even dudes close to my age be listening to Drake, be listening to this sing along Sesame Street rap like that. All anybody listen to that stuff is fruity. I don't care. And then they try to be acting tough. They be singing and be trying to act tough. Could you imagine this stuff when I grew up? You would get punched in the face. Literally punched in the face. You would get like, they wouldn't even put you out. Are you serious? Could you imagine Tupac, Nas, LL, Run DMC, Big Daddy Kane, these type of people, Salt and Pepper, Queen Latifah, Big L, Big Pun, all these dudes sitting there singing. Just serenading you, telling you how tough they is while they sing. They gonna do something to you while they singing to you. I gotta tell you, man, this whole thing. I try to tell you guys, when I start talking, it'll be going in like 12 different directions. Because I'm just mad, disappointed in pop culture, how bad it's gotten. I'm like, you feel sorry for these children coming up. Like, they never got to experience pop culture like we got to experience. We got to experience pop culture that was on a whole different damn level. It's like they put us in like some, I don't know, some different dimension now. Because pop culture always went the way it always went, which was up, which was greatness. And yes, sports is part of pop culture. That's why I was trying to tell you guys, I didn't want to pull out the list, but we was going to have to pull out the list of Pro Bowlers and all decade team members that Brady actually had to face back in the 2000s and the 2010s. I had these names lined. You was going to be blown out of your socks when I laid out Brady's competition. It's nothing even, what Patrick Mahomes faced ain't even on the level of what Tom Brady was facing. When we're talking about guys at every position, on the offensive line, the defensive line, the running backs, the receivers, the DBs, the tight ends, the safeties, everybody, the quarterbacks, all these guys that Brady faced from 2000 all the way to 2019. It's just it was going to blow you away, the level of competition that Brady went against at those positions. Who were either Pro Bowlers consistently or all decade teams in the 2000s and the 2010s. It ain't even close, folks. I don't even know why we try to have this debate. The fact that LeBron James plays in an era where they don't even play defense? What? Not just now. We're talking about when this guy first came into the damn league. They had to cut out defense in 2005. And we're really going to rate? We're going to really compare this guy? This guy couldn't even make the playoffs his first two seasons. And he had an all-star teammate his second season and lost 19 out of 31 after the all-star break. Nothing is said about that, right? Him missing the playoffs his second season with an all-star teammate. What? I mean, has that ever even happened? Can you pull any all-time great and say that they missed the playoffs with an all-star teammate? We're talking about all-time great. I'm talking about a Hall of Famer. My God. So, you guys tell me what you think.